one bottle at a time. Visit thebitcoinbottle.com. This is the Gokhshtein Weekly Wrap-Up. I am Ross McDonald. Today we talk about Bitcoin, institutional investors, and Banksy. Thank you for tuning in to the Gokhshtein Weekly Wrap-Up. Again, I'm Ross McDonald, and let's go right into the charts and see what's been happening this week, what's new, and what we can learn. Looking at Bitcoin in the last week, again, another wonderful run-up, which has really affected the market in an interesting way. We'll jump into that in a minute. 1 week ago, we had Bitcoin right at around 51,000. And now, looking at these charts, we're just over 60,000, another new all-time high. Now, are many people, their eyes are glazing over with Bitcoin new all-time highs? Yet, should it? Should we be surprised? Should we be taking action to adjust our investments? It really depends on how you want to approach the market. We can see that obviously there are resistance points for Bitcoin and the market, which have been tested and retested. Even 58,000 was retested and broke through quite substantially into 61,000. Many people are talking about the next resistance points for Bitcoin being upwards of 68,000 and beyond. Now, this has yet to play out. Let's look at some of the other parts of the market and how they were affected. Looking at Bitcoin's daily volume today, on Saturday here, is 60 billion, and to trade against that, Tether USDT, the highest trading volume of any cryptocurrency, 104 billion. It's not quite double what it has been recently, but that spread is always that wide at this point in the market, and that is being very consistent. Ethereum has had a very nice gain, coming back towards $2,000 again, 2,000 US. And so looking at the charts here for Ethereum, look at this here. The new all-time high is getting close. The new all-time high was $2,040 approximately for Ethereum. So will we see this getting retested again? Yes, most people would agree that that will be retested, and we'll have to wait and see how that's affected. But how has Bitcoin been affecting many other products this week? An old saying that you've heard is that a rising tide floats all boats. Many cryptocurrencies, if not all, trade against Bitcoin. Why? Because it's a fantastic on-ramp and off-ramp, so that people can exchange into something more stable like Bitcoin. Even though it is somewhat volatile as a store of value, people have more confidence in it. That's why it's always a trading pair when you jump into other markets. If we jump right into Cardano here on CoinMarketCap, and if we were to look at the market, you'll see in the trading pairs, this is how you can learn to see what the highest volume is for product. So Cardano's highest trading pair is with Tether. And then what's second? There it is, Bitcoin. Now, not all tokens or coins are like this, but this is very consistent because traders want to trade. They want to go in and out of stable coins, and they want to try to lock in profits. Always take profit. One of the major rules that everyone follows. Look at some of these other projects and what they did this week. In the last 7 days, Chiliz trading under CHZ. This is a project that's gone up 415% in the last week. They've been working with sports agencies, teams, companies, lots of soccer or football if you're from Europe, as they would refer to it, the UFC, and they have their own exchange which is launching. So this is an interesting platform. Look at Decentraland. For the longest time, Decentraland traded at 2 cents, 5 cents, 4 cents for a long time. Then when they finally launched Decentraland, the price didn't skyrocket. All of a sudden, what happens? Goes from 8 cents up to 91 cents. Look at these gains in some of these projects. Look at Chiliz, what they did. They were down at 5 cents and they hit an all-time high and a peak there of 84 cents. Now with a healthy retracement there for that product, which is interesting. But one of our customers, LTO Network, who we're working with, again, big gains, 11 cents up to 55 cents. What is causing all of this? Extensive trading on the market is just giving rise to many tokens, especially going in and out of Bitcoin and Tether and other stable coins that may be used. So what's interesting about this is that, if you are hodling, you will do very well with market appreciation with Bitcoin. With the major products, top 10, you will do excellent in a market like this with those who are willing to risk the loss of their portfolios can tap into some of these gains. Now you have to have a very good strategy to do this. So discuss this with people from Goshchain Media, people who you can chat with online, learn multiple strategies and make your own. Don't take advice from people and just buy into tokens because someone says that you should, because ultimately you will probably lose your money. You need to have a strategy that you have confidence behind. And that is one of the most fantastic things to have, is confidence in this market. Looking at other news, Norway's Aker, which is a company based out of Norway, they're an oil company. They are another institutional investor who has jumped on board and will be investing in Bitcoin. And not only that, they will be mining Bitcoin. Taking advantage of, say, maybe some cheap electricity costs that they may have. To hear that corporations are doing this is mind-blowing, because years ago you would never ever expect this. But it makes so much sense. Why would a company not want to diversify their revenue sources? The top minds in finance in the world, the top millionaires, billionaires, they all have multiple revenue sources. So if a company can tap into different revenue sources in the blockchain industry very easily and very quickly, why would they not at least do that with a small portion or a large portion of their portfolios or their capital that they have on hand? So to read this article, you can go to goshchainmedia.com and get some more information about exactly what's happening there and some of the quotations from the CEOs of those companies. And in other news, you can see here we have some graffiti artwork and a print that was done by street artist or graffiti artist Banksy. And a group of enthusiasts for NFTs purchased the print, burned it, videotaped it, and turned that into an NFT and resold it for $380,000 US, bringing, in a sense, scarcity to this artwork. Since it no longer exists, the only version that will exist now is this NFT of it, since they have destroyed it, which is not unlike what Banksy did himself when a framed piece of his art was sold at an auction. And as soon as the auction finished, someone, probably Banksy himself, remotely triggered the artwork to be shredded, which again made it scarce and made those shreds of paper go through the roof. It was resold. All I can say is that the art world is weird, and this is a new way to appreciate art. It's really interesting what these guys did. Looks like they had a little bit of trouble getting that lit on fire there, but that artwork is gone, and now the NFT is the only place that it exists. So good on them for taking advantage of NFTs and how you can launch that. But thank you so much for tuning in today. That is the news and the weekly wrap-up for Goshchain Media. I'm Ross McDonald. You can follow me on Twitter at RossMcDonald1. And remember, if you want to be the news or you want to read the news, go to GoshchainMedia.com.